Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, September 28th. Let's get into our new weekly bands, tradable levels that are scalpable on the ES and the NQ. They will make you some profits. Put them up on your charts, watch what price action does, wait possibly for even a small confirmation candle, and you will make money with trading these levels. Let's get into that right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, let's start with the ES. Gave you guys, video came out last Sunday, which was the 21st. Price action was right around here. What happened? I would say a pretty damn nice bounce off the first tradable level that I gave you at the 66.98. That was good for a... Let's see here. That was good for a good 58 points on the ES. Damn! Dang! Real nice. We came back, finally broke through. I actually had a little bit of a tough time getting through this one. About a 6-point reaction at this next tradable level at the 66.67. This is a 60-minute chart, so if you look at it on the 1 or 2 minute chart, you'll see a nice little bounce there. And then we finally tapped into our weekly band that we had at the 66.45 down to the 66.10, and we got a very nice reaction off of that bigger weekly band. So with that being said, I can delete these two tradable levels. Let's update our bands here. And I don't think that this is the only band I really need to update. So I'm going to take this. Oh no, there's two bands. Sorry. 67.57 down to the 67.25. Ooh. So let's delete one of these guys. I don't even know where he went. Let's copy and let's paste this guy. Do it right here. All right, let's try that again. So this one is going to sit at the 67.57 down to the 67.25. All right, that looks a lot better. Oh, the gray is so strong. I don't know why the gray is so strong on that one. Don't know. All right, next band, 65.81 down to 65.45. So let's copy this guy again, and we'll paste him. And let's grab him right here. Boom. And this one is going to sit now at the 65.81 down to the 65.45. All right. 65.81, 65.45. So as you guys can see, we've got a pretty big gap in between these two here. Not sure why this is so grayed out. Oh, you know what? There might be two of them in here. Let's see what this does. There we go. All right. So weekly band sitting above us, 67.57 down to 67.25. Band below us, 65.81 down to 65.45. We do have a tradable level that still sits here at the 65.58. Don't forget about that guy. We got another one at 65.20. And then another weekly band at the 65.15 down to 64.89. Remember, the weekly bands is where you can expect a big reaction. It's like a brick wall for the market to kind of get through. Things obviously that will help it propel through one of these weekly bands is high impact news. It needs to be a strong catalyst to get through these. Otherwise, or multiple retouches of the same band. So that, just keep that in mind. Let's get, let's do our new tradable levels. Let's get this guy visible. All right. Let's pop our first one in here. And this one is going to sit dotted. And that's going to sit at the 6640 right here. Map that one out on your charts. Another tradable level is going to sit at the 6672, right above it. All right, and again, if you would like to receive my report every single Sunday, which includes all of the bands that we currently have on our chart, all of the tradable levels, you will receive that report that comes through email every Sunday right after my video. If you go to www.robstrades.com, you put your name and your email in there, and you'll get that. Obviously, if you do it much after this video comes out, you'll receive the next report the following Sunday and every Sunday after that. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on the ES. The closest tradable levels: 6672, 6640, 6558. All right, let's jump over to the NQ. On the NQ, we've got some bands that we do need to update. So this guy, I can change him. That makes my life a little easier. He's going to be sitting out the 25030 down to the 24948. Okay, so sitting above where price action currently sits at. We've got the next band, which I can take this guy and change him to the 24915 to the 24845. Boom, done. And then nope, this guy's still good right here. 24320 to 24241. Don't need to do any adjustments there. All right, so above us, above price action, we've got two bands that we're looking at. 25030 down to 24948, and the 24915 to 24845. Kind of like a sandwich of a band. I can get rid of these guys. Our good tradable levels from previous. And let's put some new tradable levels here. Where'd this thing go? All right, first band, first level is going to be at, let's get this guy white, dotted. First one's going to sit at 24779. Okay, very close to where price action is at. I will give you a pro tip here. Obviously, closest level to our where price action currently is at. We've got the Sunday Open here, which is going to happen about 2 hours from right now. Might be much less that once this video gets released. But you want to be very careful with this first tradable level sitting right above price action, because obviously sometimes we have a big gap in the market. It could gap to the downside, it could gap to the upside. Now let's just say that we get, let's see if I can, if we get a huge move to the upside, right? When we come back down, that's something to look out for, okay? And vice versa, if you've got a level below you and price action gaps right through it, when we come back up to that level, look for the reaction to the downside or to the upside, depending on where the level is at. Don't trade it blindly, especially at the 5 o'clock open, okay? Let's get our next tradable level in here. Also, quick note, I will be going live starting in first to second week of October. My studio downstairs is pretty much done. I'm just working on the I don't know. I think I want to call it the beast of a PC. 6 monitor setup down there. It's gonna be pretty awesome, which is gonna make things a lot easier for me too especially when I go live. I can show the bookmap order book, all my volume profile charts. It'll just be much easier to navigate when I do go live. All right, and our last band here for today is going to sit at 24,289. All right, so we've got tradable level at 24,779, 24,718, and 24,289. We still have a tradable level here at the 24,183, so make sure that you've got that. Again, if you get my report, all the levels are in there. They get updated every single Sunday, so I think it's super helpful for people. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the 30-day challenge. This past week was a little bit challenging. We had one day there that actually one trade. It was pretty much one trade. That was a tough one, but that's how trading is. We got 2 days left. I got Monday and Tuesday, and I know for a fact that I'm going to spank the mechanical rule-based strategies. It's just a matter of how much profit I can make on the discretionary side. So overall, it's been a very green month for me on the personal side, and just having a really super fun time with it. So I'm hoping that the live will be a good experience for those of you that have been watching me. I know a lot of people trading the levels, these exact tradable levels that I'm giving you guys right now. We'll be including those in the live stream, and it's going to be a great time for, I know, people for Q&A. So with that, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hopefully we get a miracle here from the U.S. team on the Ryder Cup. I've been kind of watching it today. Doesn't look too good, but they're trying to make a strong comeback here. So, and I got football. I got the Bears coming up soon, so I know I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. Hope you guys do the same. Take care, everyone.